my chest, feel my Beretta. Touch my chest, feel my Beretta. Touch my chest, feel my Beretta. Touch my chest.
Alright guys, Josh, Top Gun of Maine, coming back with another Daria DY9 video. Gonna do a pretty much a side-by-side, almost like pitting it one up against another. I'm gonna be using a Glock 17 because I found out that I don't have a stock Glock 19 that's optic ready myself, that doesn't have an upgraded trigger or anything like that. So I gotta use a 17 because the 17 I can put an optic on. I don't have an upgraded trigger, just upgraded iron sights. Everything else is stock on it, so that'll be the best comparison that I can do against the Daria DY9. Now, we all know the Glock is the yardstick that pretty much every pistol is compared and measured up to. It's the long-running king, and there's a reason why law enforcement, militaries around the world trust and stand by the Glocks. It's just known for reliability. It just works. It functions. Usually when people are talking about self-defense, conversation usually starts and ends with a Glock. But times are changing. There are some up-and-comers. Patents run out. There's some people that are making some Glock clones, doing a pretty damn good job. So that's where we get into this. The Daria DY9. I say it eats Glock mags, Glock style mags. I will say pattern mags. Seems that if you take the magazine well off the pistol, it will accept those Gen 5 ones. Right now with the mag well on, it will not accept the Gen 5s, and that's because of that little curve at the front of the magazine. It's just, it won't allow it to seat all the way up. But I mean, when we talk about price, a $350 pistol, or $355, somewhere in that range. I would say between $350 and $400. Is there going to be a new champ with everything that you get? And we look at it real quickly. In the box, you get interchangeable back straps, you get optic plates. Now I got the cover plate in here because I did throw a Swamp Fox optic on it. You get your mag well, obviously, the magazine, your cleaning rod, your cleaning brush. So you get quite a bit. And just looking at this pistol real quick, look at some of the features. We see that you've got a decent trigger already, not your standard like stock style. It's got a red safety trigger shoe in there in the middle there for your safety, so it's easily identifiable. One thing I did notice comparatively, as opposed to like a Glock, is if we look right here, it's almost like a little cutout for like a gas pedal. It's not a gas pedal, but a little recess for your thumb when you're gripping the firearm. And what I mean by that is, if we look here, again, this is empty. Let me show you. Empty pistol, okay? Lock back, safe direction. I'm the only one in here, but if I'm gonna grip this gun, boom, I'm gonna come up underneath. Look right where that spot is. Right there, that texture. That's perfect for me to just, boom, get up. I can punch out, and I can use that for pressure. Very impressed. Takedown tabs, you've got aggressive serrations in the front and in the rear for charging the slide. I usually still go by the back, but if need be, you could always go by the front. Flared magwell, like we were talking about, that makes those magazine changes and inserts. That's butter. That's butter right there. Versus if we take a look at the Glock box, this is what you get. This is a brand new Glock 19, so this is pretty much the same size as the Daria DY9 that we were just showing, but in the box. One benefit you get is you get your 3 magazines. You're getting one in the pistol, 2 spares, and a speed loader. One area improvement, Daria, include a speed loader and include some more magazines. People like more than having just one mag. I understand that obviously helps keep the cost down, but it's not going to kill you to do that. Now, they give you back straps as well in a bag, interchangeable. You get your cable lock, your manual, and, whoops, sorry guys. Glock used to send you a whole package of 4 plates. Now you just get 1. And normally, if it's a 9mm size handgun, you're going to be getting plate number 2, which is your standard RMR. You know, your Holosun C plates, so 507, 407s. I don't believe it does the 509T, but your RMR. So yeah, that's what they're sending you now. So comparatively, from what you get with one to the other, one thing I will say is They both come with hard cases. That's great. I do like how this has foam inserts that you can, they're already cut out. You can pull them out. The Glock doesn't come with that. You just got your foam top, your foam bottom. And nothing against Glock, but just this packaging is much better. I do like the Daria DY9 packaging. Now, with both of them, you're going to get 15 round capacities. That's the standard magazine capacity on both of those pistols. Glock does things with the generations where they've had finger grooves, taken away finger grooves. Their Gen 5, they took away from them. Some people like them, some people don't. I would say they changed the colors of the slide finish. So Gen 3s and 4s were those Tennifer. Gen 1, 2, and now back to 5. You're back to that NDLC finish, which is tough as nails. I would say good finish. No issues with the Daria finish. I don't think you're going to have any issues with that as well. We do have one of the older ones where it was manufactured in Turkey. A lot of them is being manufactured stateside now. A lot of the parts, Jacksonville, Florida. So that's nice. One other thing that you do get, that's a step up, are the sights. So we all know Glock ships with just those standard white sights, the U dot in the rear, the U notch, and then the dot in the front. This one, again, empty, but you're getting true glow, high vis fiber optic sights already. So that's a step up. That's one area where I really wish Glock would improve, is the sights. And then their trigger. I mean, they came up with a Glock performance trigger. Just make it stock in all of them. So, like I said, for the money, this gun, right out of the box, you're getting some features that you don't get with the Glock. And that's a win. Now, again, like I said, test is going to be done with the Glock 17, but right now I do have the Glock 19 for comparison. And I can say when you pick up a Glock 19, it's like shaking hands with an old friend. Can't lie. It just feels well. Everybody knows you got that difference. You're either a Glock or a SIG frame. It's the way you grip and present your gun. But I'll tell you what, being a Glock guy myself, I can admit it. It is truly like shaking hands with old friends. It just fits. I can do them without the finger grooves or with the finger grooves. This is a Gen 5. It doesn't have any. But for me, it just points. I would say wherever I come up and point, I know I'm going to hit. Controls are right where I know they are. Say the slide stop is right where it is. Magazine release, everything, it's a perfect fit. I will say dry firing the Gen 5s is a lot better than dry firing the older models. You still have that same old trigger. It's a little bit of an upgrade. The reset seems a little bit quicker on it, I was going to say, but you still get that, where you hit that crisp wall and then pulling right through. Reset, it's right there. Again, being a Glock fanboy, I can admit it. I know where the reset is. I'll have no issues finding a Glock reset. Now, I have to admit, when I grab the Daria DY9, I step into a whole nother world. First thing I notice is that flared magwell. It forces my hand up high. I would say giving me a nice tight grip. Nice tight grip, and it gives me that pinky. Gives me that little shelf to lock onto, which a lot of pistols don't have in 2025. So that is nice. I can't lie, the grip does feel good. I would say that stippling, it does feel really smooth and fantastic. And surprisingly, it gives me a really nice, solid hold. The controls are a little bit bigger and bolder than the Glock, I have to say. Magazine release, I would say that button's a little bit protruding more than on the Glock. I would say it's very easy to get to. Takedown tabs, I can reach both of them. Slide stop is only on one side, so it's not going to be ambidextrous, but I would say I can get to that no problem. It's just, I'll tell you what, this is definitely going to be in the running for one of the best ergonomic pistols in 2025. And I hate to say it, dry firing it feels like the Glock's cousin. Feels a little bit heavier at the take up, but when you hit that wall, pushing through, very smooth. Very smooth. And that might lighten up with live ammo. I can actually say it does. I've shot it. It does not feel the same dry firing as it does in live ammo. I'll say it's going to be tough. So just on feel alone, they're very, very close competitors. The Glock feels like that old reliable pickup truck that you've had since the 70s. And you know it's going to run. And the Daria just feels like that new modern sports car, just begging you to hammer down on that gas pedal. So the test we're going to be doing today, it's going to be a quick accuracy test. So we're not going to be sitting there bench shooting slow. We're not going to do that. We're going to do quick accuracy tests. We want to know which pistol is going to be faster in real world times. So which one's going to be easier to control, which one's going to be faster to shoot, which one's going to be faster to be staying on target with. Clock is ticking. We're going to figure it out. I would say, so this isn't going to be like one of those bench slow shootings. We're going to get into it. The drills we're going to do is we'll do bill drill, Mozambique, or failure drill. Third and final test will just be a 5-shot blitz at 10 yards. Not going for speed, really just going for how fast we can stay on target, shoot the pistol, and get a nice group. So we're going to get into the range here in a minute, and we're going to go through the ringer with these pistols. All right, guys, so we're going to get into it. I would say we're going to do 3 drills. I'm cold. I haven't warmed up. Going to just shoot both guns. Going to start with the Glock. Glock 17's up first. And then we'll do the Daria DY9. Like I said, we're going to do 3 drills. So bill drill, so just quick 6 shots. Failure drill or Mozambique, and then just a 10-yard blitz, 5 shots. We'll see what we get. One thing I have to say is I'm not going to start with through a holster. I got my daily EDC. I'm not going to swap out holsters for that. I'm just going to start from low ready on the shelf and then come up, act like it's a holster drop, even though it's not a full holster drop. All right, Glock 17 is up first. Not going to be any beeps either. It's a modified bill drill and Mozambique and all that. I'm not using a shot timer. Just going to pick up and go. Just trying to show you the differences in accuracy. All right. Failure drill. And now this is, I got to push it out a little bit. So we're going to go 10 yards. Well, it's a little past, I'm not going to worry about it. All right, so that's the Glock 17. Again, we're shooting fast. I'm not sitting here, we're not bench shooting. Oh, Jesus. Guess I got to back out a little bit. So, if we look, we had our 6 shots. Again, I'm a little left. So we had the bill drill, Mozambique, and then 5-yard blitz. Well, 10-yard, 5-round blitz. That's the Glock, all on target. All right, now it's the Daria DY9's turn. Again, we have not cleaned this gun. We have over 1,000 rounds through it. We're going to take it to 5,000 and see what we can get. See if we have any malfunctions. Right now, still no recorded malfunctions on this. All right. Remember, first stop's going to be the bill drill, failure drill, and then we'll push it out to 10 yards, 5 rounds really quick. All right, now the failure drill. And now we're going to do the push it back to the 10 yards and do the 5-round blitz. running. You guys can see it already. Jesus. Alright, so I got one that I pushed off of paper, but fuck my life. Look at that group. I'm shooting the Daria DY9. I'm shooting the Daria DY9 better than my Glocks. Well, the Glock 17 at least. Fuck. Daria. Daria. I guess I gotta. There's nobody in here. I'm not. I guess I gotta. The hell. Bye. I can't believe it. I'm so impressed. Look at this. I'll hang them both up next to each other so you can see. This can't be. It can't be. I'm gonna say. I think it's because I warmed up a little bit shooting the Glock. Like, holy shit. Alright, I can own it. Glock 17 MOS. Again, I was shooting fast. Not bad. Would that do what it needed to do? I can see that, you know, center mass, top of the head. You know, I would have hit some lungs. Your right one, anyway. But yeah, and then, fuck my life. The Daria DY9. A lot more centralized. More in the pumps and pipes. I did throw one off. But I'll take that grouping. I still can't say enough good things. Still no malfunctions. Let me bring that back. No malfunctions. I think we have a challenger to the throne here. Keep it up, Daria. We're impressed.